Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about how we can set up the Selenium web automation tool with C Sharp in the Visual Studio IDE. So before I help you on installing the Selenium with C Sharp, so let us quickly recap about the Selenium and C Sharp. Selenium is an open source automation tool which is designed for automating the web browsers, and it supports the multiple programming languages like not only C Sharp, it's along with that it supports Java, Python, Ruby, and JavaScript, etc. And C Sharp is basically another powerful object-oriented programming language, which is commonly used in Microsoft-based environments. And whoever is very familiar with C Sharp and the .NET framework, so Selenium with C Sharp would be the right choice for them to automate their web applications. To install or to set up the Selenium with C Sharp, we need the Visual Studio as an IDE to install with. So these are the steps which is actually needed in order to set up the Selenium with C Sharp. So the first step, we need to install the Visual Studio and create a new project, and then followed by we have to install the Selenium WebDriver, NuGet packages, whatever the required packages which are needed to work with Selenium, and download the browsers which we want to use it for our automation, and we need to install the download. We need to install the browsers and get started writing the code. Okay, so let me just quickly show you. So assuming that you might have already installed the Visual Studio in your system, so I have opened up the Visual Studio already. So when you open the Visual Studio, you'll get to know these are the options, like either you can clone a repository, or you can, if you have an existing project, you can open it and you can open a folder, or you can create a new project. Okay, so let me also explore with this continue without code option. So it will give you an Visual Studio without any projects being open, so where you can start create your new project. So let me just create a new project. So by default, Visual Studio provides a lot of different project type. Okay, so it is console app, and there are some class library, there are some MS test project, and some Windows form app. So depending upon the type of project, you can select anything. But for the automation testing point of view, we can go for unit test project, which is basically provide as some of the testing framework which is actually needed for the automation testing. Okay, so if you click on next, so it will give you an idea, like basically you can change the path of wherever you want. So for example, if you are want to put it on your users, okay, so and then go on and click on this. So I'm just continuing on this particular path. Okay, and this is my project name, so let's create it. So now, when you create a unit test project, you can see that this particular test class is getting created along with the test method. So this is the peculiarity of this unit testing framework, where we don't have main method where the execution gets started. Rather, it actually created test class and the test method. So now, whatever it is displayed here, so there is one important feature which we have to be very aware of. It is Test Explorer. So when you click on Test Explorer, that you will be able to see this Test Explorer, which is coming at the left side of your Visual Studio, and which will display the test method which is available in the project. Okay, so for example, if you are adding another test method, okay, so it will also display that as well in this. Okay, so if you are creating a test method, then it will also get displayed. So instead of return int, I'm just giving return void. So now if you look at this one, there are two tests getting executed. So that is what the test projects which gives us. Okay, so for example, you want to add some, automates any test cases. You have to make those as inside this test method. So whenever you get executed the test method, that test method get executed and the flow is actually, is getting completed. Okay, so now in order to install the Selenium, so right click on this project. So there is a manage NuGet packages option. So by default, this MS test framework is getting installed. So now you can go to Selenium and type Selenium, because this manage NuGet packages is an option where any packages you want to add, you have to download it from the NuGet packages manager. So there are two main things. One is Selenium support and Selenium WebDriver. So we need to install both. So Selenium support and WebDriver. So when you install this, it will give an option so you can install. So by default it get executed. So there is one more package we want to install. Now we have installed Selenium WebDriver and some support components. So again we need to launch our application in any of the browser, right? Let's say for example I want to launch my browser in Chrome. Okay, okay, so then I need to install this Chrome driver extension as well. So let's install this Chrome driver. Okay, so now I think we're good to start. So let's go to the unit test, and now we will try to write the test of, how we can launch the browser. iWeb driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, I want to launch the Chrome driver. So you may see that why it is giving an error, because we have installed the package, but we haven't used it, in this particular class, because we need to namespace it. Okay, so we need to, you can click on show potential fix. It will always give you an option what package of this particular interface is being actually implemented. So when you click on, it will, allow this namespace to be appended. Then only you can call this iWebDriver interface. Similarly, for Chrome WebDriver as well, we have a Selenium.chrome that we have installed it, right? So now we have created an object for the driver, and let's launch this driver dot navigate. So you can see whether it is a method or it is actually a property, because when you see navigate is a method, it ends with parenthesis. Okay, so navigate dot go to URL dot www. Okay, let's put google.com, www.google.com. Okay, so now driver dot win manage dot, okay, manage is also a method, window dot maximize. Okay, so because the by default it will be in the minimizing screen, so driver dot maximize, and let me put some weight as well, thread dot. So this is actually an static weight we are using. So in the upcoming sessions, we will be having some more idea on what is selenium weights and all, and then we will close this. Okay. Yeah. So you can see the thread dot sleep is also giving something, so which we need to add the namespace. So now let me run this particular test case using this, it's a very great feature that you can right click on the respective test and run the test. So the test would get, the solution get is, getting builded, and it is executing the line of code, and you can see here it is opening the browser, and let's see whether it is going to navigate. Yeah, there is a error. Let's see. Okay. Let's see whether this URL is valid or not. Yep, the URL, full URL is this. Let's give this full URL. Yep, then we will see whether it is working. Yep, now you can see it is maximizing, and after waiting, it will close the browsers. That's all. So that's how we will set up this Selenium with C Sharp, and hope you enjoyed the session. So we'll stay tuned for the next upcoming session.